This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 2. And a man shall be in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years ye shall be troubled, you careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the tits. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha, Kodash. Double honors to my apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. All right, salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. I'm the brother Taza War from the GMS New Jersey camp, and Lord willing, here with an edifying lesson to hopefully feed the Lord's sheep. Hopefully you get something from this lesson that builds upon your faith toward the Lord. And all I got is a few videos I came across, and I want to start with this video here, which you brothers should be aware of already, because it's trending. You know, a lot of people talking about how the truckers are not going to be delivering the goods to New York. And that's heavy. That's big, man. All right. Truckers are very much needed because they take they take the resources from the ships or from the dock, and they transport it into the cities to your local stores to make it convenient for you to live, you know, for you to be a consumer and buy the necessities and the things that you need. And that's what it's all boiling down to. All right. Really, life is, you know, the Lord is, you know, making it straight. You know, the pleasure that Jake loved to live in, right, is no longer. It's becoming no longer, I want to say. Jokers don't have the money to vacation and spend the way they want, to have fun. And now it's all about living, and that's good. The water, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because this is gonna hopefully, Baba Kushai, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, lead into Jacob's trouble. Hopefully, all right, and hopefully they get the ball rolling even faster when it comes to the MOTB, which is the micro C-hip. All right, that technology. Now, I came across a video I want to play after this video, and what I've been noticing, what's been going on in San Francisco. I should have pulled that video up, but I would have to find it. I may add it in, but there's a video showing in San Francisco, and we know how wild it is out there. You know, Jake running into the stores, looting, you know, just taking whatever they want. Also, a lot of the commercial companies have left these buildings vacant.
Y'all remember this? Conspiracy theories or anything, but check this out. So I saw this video.
Did you see they just did some weird law with house insurance in California?
Yeah, they removed house insurance out there. State Farm is pulling out of that market. I don't feel like something massive is going to happen.
And not even 2 minutes later, this text message pops up. Pause to read.
Y'all thought that shit was cap, right? Peep this. Now y'all tell me, why is all of these major companies, bro? We talking about the pushers and movers of the, you feel me? Of the shits. Why are they leaving? Bro, all of the major stores in San Fran is closing down. Yo, like, the Disney store, bro? Like, the Disney store's leaving? Yo, I really want y'all to think about this shit, bro. This is not normal. It's time for us to really pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on around you and your surroundings and shit. And wake up!
You know? And you ask yourself, well, why? Remember, there's an agenda that E has called Agenda 2030. If you don't know about it, look it up. And what they want to do in a nutshell is build back better, as the slogan go. Break down and build up. This video I'm going to show after this video, going to show you how they already develop in Arizona smart cities, or a smart city. So, and it's like, when did they start building on this place? But anyway, let's play this video here. I'm pretty sure you brothers seen the news coverage of this. This is, you know, just to recap, give my take on it, Lord willing, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, my observation, and tell you what the Lord have put in my mind to believe as well. You know, at the end of the day, all his brothers hope that it leads to Jacob's trouble. It leads to the next prophecy being fulfilled, so that we can get the fuck up out of here. All right, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So without further ado, here we go.
What's up, fam? So, you guys remember this movie? Kurt Russell. Remember how the area looked in the movie? That's what New York City is going to look like in the next few months. So there's reports now that the truckers all across this country on Monday will no longer be accepting any loads to New York. So, not only have you lost your residence, you also lost your businesses. We're soon to be losing almost all your businesses. And now, you done lost your supply chain. Good luck. I wish you guys the best of luck there in New York in the next coming months. What's up, fam? So, you guys remember this movie? Kurt Russell. Remember how the area looked in the movie? That's what New York City is going to look like in the next few months. So there's reports now that the truckers all across this country on Monday will no longer be accepting any loads to New York. So, not only have you lost your residence.
Now, New York lost a lot of residents due to the CO thing in 2020 and how they were treated being stuck in their homes. So a lot of people left and moved here to Jersey, Orlando, Florida, you know, all over the place. You know, they got the fuck up out of there.
You also lost your businesses.
Now you got businesses, which is a lot of businesses crashed, you know, especially the what they call mom and pops shops, whatever they call it, you know, the small businesses. Let's continue.
We're soon to be losing almost all your businesses.
Right.
And now you done lost your supply chain.
Now losing the supply chain. So what's that's going to make certain places in New York basically a vacant area, just like San Francisco. All right. Certain places. I was watching a video too in Oakland. This woman was explaining how every time one of these corporate companies come into their city, they don't stay that long. And she was walking around showing you the vacant buildings of these different companies that was there. So what comes to my mind, all right, and my observation, all right, also my I speak as a man, what we're looking for is prophecy, but remember their agenda. Their agenda is to build back better. All right, so let me show you the video that kind of, you know, give you that idea to let you know that they want these places vacant so that they can actually put in that technology and create these smart cities. So check it out.
To start, nearly 200 apartments, all within. This brand new rental community in Tempe has all the amenities: fitness center, dog park, outdoor kitchens, but something's missing. So there are no cars in this community at all.
Isn't it great?
Cul-de-sac is the first community in the U.S. designed and built specifically for car-free living. Co-founder Ryan Johnson says the demand is strong.
Every generation, and including 92% of Gen Z, would like to pay more to live in a walkable neighborhood.
Retail, restaurants, and to start, nearly 200 apartments, all within steps of each other. No cars means no parking spaces, no garages.
Because we don't have residential parking, it opens us up to have 55% landscape space, and we get to add so much to the neighborhood.
Like social spaces around every corner. The complex is strategically located right next to the area's light rail system. All residents get a free pass. The first 200 also get a free electric e-bike.
Now, you know, this is basically making you more dependent on the government, and this is more control for the government. All right, just like having electronic cars. They can turn your car off. They don't have to worry about you getting gas in your car. Or let's say you with an electronic car, right? Let's say you're making a car payment on it, and you forget that, well, you can't make the payments and your car get considered repo. That car can drive off on its own. They want you more dependent. All right. This is a part of that 2030 agenda. He mentioned how Gen Z would like it more like this. Fuck Gen Z. You know, not those that's in the truth, you know, you brothers and sisters, but that's some bullshit. Because even right now, you know, living among Jake and he's in the city, being on top of each other, that shit pisses me off. Who the fuck wants to live on top of each other like this? It's too much of the earth for us to live like this. But here it is, they're furthering that oppression. You know, they're making you more oppressed. Let me bring this scripture out because it comes to mind. Matter of fact, let me go to let me do this. Salakia, I want to go to Isaiah 14 real quick. You know we got to bring the scriptures out, and I'm gonna let some of these other videos play as well. Let's see if I can make it sharp, keep it sharp, you know. Salakia. Anyway, this is Isaiah chapter 14 and 5. Start at 4. It says, Isaiah 14 and 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. And right now, the king of Babylon, this is America, all right? America, which is known as Babylon the Great. This is not talking about the ancient Babylon. It's talking about the new Babylon, right? Matter of fact, let's start at verse 1, and I'm going to just read it through quickly. Isaiah 14 and 1, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and he will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joint with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Now, the strangers represent the Israelites. When you go into that word stranger is Gar, which is go back to Gershom, Moses' son, born in a strange land. These are Israelites that will be joint with the Israelites. All right. So it says with the elect, Israelites joint with the elect, all right, of Israel. Verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So according to what is written, the Lord said we're going to rule over our oppressors. But when you look at today, you look at the agenda of the elites, they're making it seem like they're going to have this extension on their kingdomship. You know, they're going to let Moab be the face of being the power of the world, while the elite, the house of Esau, sit back and stay, you know, incognito, or stay, you know, hidden, but let China be the face as America actually lose. They want to control this destruction, which they call controlled demolition, to break down, to build back up. And they want to build it back up through technology and the government having more power. So the scriptures say, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. So the Lord is telling us you heathens are going to become slaves. You're going to become servants and handmaids, right? It says, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. So we eventually going to have rest. All right. And this is talking about the Israelites. We're eventually going to have rest. We in the ghettos, the hoods, the urban parts of the cities in the world. Every country we in, we always in the hood. We in the ghettos. We're always catching hell. The Lord said he's going to give us rest. All right. And that rest is his salvation. Right. It says from thou sorrow, from thou fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. We were made to serve these devils because we went off on the law, statutes, and commandments. The Most High punished us and put us in captivity under the heathen. In particular, the heathen today, number one is Edom, all to the rest of the heathen. All right. And I said this before, we've been in captivity many times, but this time was the worst captivity because we actually forgot who we were. The Most High made us forget who we were. And we all became Gentiles, all right, in a state of mind. That's why there's a great awakening. The Lord did this, all right, to show power in his name, to give power and praise to him, all right. The great deliverance is coming for the Lord's chosen people. So let's continue. It says, verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased and the golden city ceased, right? Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with the continued stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. Right? Because my point of grabbing this was basically verse 6. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with the continued stroke. A continued stroke, man. A constant belt on your ass, man. You're born today in this earth, in this wicked society, and you have to live to work for the rest of your life until you die. When we were supposed to inherit, we had our inheritance stolen from us. This is why Jake, always got to get it out the mud. Jake always talking about breaking the curse of the family. I'm gonna be the first one to graduate from college. I'm gonna be the first one to take my family from out poverty. When Edom, in a nutshell, he has a heritage handed down. His son get older, he takes over the business that's already been running through his generations of his fathers, or maybe his mother. Either way, it's in his lineage. This is a big difference. Then they had us in slavery, all right, for so long that they have gotten way ahead. When Jake climb up, they cut you down. They cut your legs off. And then they will kill, take out the one that's causing the problem that is awakening Jake. This is why we need Yahushua, because all the ways that Jake tried to climb up and fight through this captivity, right, to be accepted and to have their own, you was cut off. This is why the scriptures say the Lord have set the apostles last. Because when you look at all those things, none of those things work. You can't get out of this captivity until the Lord bring you out of this captivity. And the way that the Lord want to bring us out of this captivity is that he's destroying this society and going to make it a public example for the whole world. There is no saving this place. There is no side-by-side kingdom, Jake having his own and Esau still running the world. It ain't happening. All right? It ain't happening. This place is going down. Jacob is coming up in power through our Lord Yahushua. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Right? So with that being said, let's play it again.
This brand new rental community in Tempe has all the amenities: fitness center, dog park, outdoor kitchens, but something's missing. So there are no cars in this community at all.
Isn't it great?
Cul-de-sac is the first community in the U.S. designed and built specifically for car-free living. Co-founder Ryan Johnson says the demand is strong.
Every generation, and including 92% of Gen Z, would like to pay more to live in a walkable neighborhood.
Retail, restaurants, and to start, nearly 200 apartments, all within steps of each other. No cars means no parking space.
And you know what this is? All random different nations of people living together. That ain't good. You're gonna have differences. See, Edom is still striving to make us one because he wants to control everyone. But we're different. We have different cultures, different manner of people. You know, I would hate living like this.
There's no garages.
Because we don't have residential parking, it opens us up to have 55% landscape space, and we get to.
You might live like this, and upstairs from you got 2 moles getting it in. You see what I'm saying? You know, you got 2 moles next door to you, and you hearing what you ain't supposed to be hearing, man. That shit will piss you the fuck off. Excuse my French. It'll piss you off, man. No way.
Adds so much to the neighborhood.
Like social spaces around every corner. The complex is strategically located right next to the area's light rail system. All residents get a free pass. The first 200 also get a free electric e-bike.
See? You could probably look up more of the video, but that's all I got for that. So now, with that being said, I want to play these videos here. I'm not going to play them in order, but guess what, man? Jacob's Trouble is here. And let me play this first. Matter of fact, before I play that first, let me see which one.
And that honor could...
Let me see. Salakia.
Migrants from China.
Let's play this here, because these migrants are a big-ass problem. All right? And guess what? They're going to cause a problem that's going to bring forth the prophecy, which is Jacob's Trouble. All of these men, in this particular here, is Chinese men. All males, all age of to go to war to handle, you know, weaponry. Imagine, you looking at them right now, right? Now, just imagine them, because they look like, you know, they ain't about nothing. You know, skinny, small. You know, some are older, some are younger. They look harmless. But picture them with the gear on, the army fatigue gear, the rifle in their hand. They won't look like this. They're gonna look intimidating. All right. So check this out, man. You know, and I'm gonna just vibe whatever's in these videos. All right. So here we go.
Migrants from China are now the fastest growing group of people entering the United States illegally from Mexico.
China?
And why are we seeing these growing numbers? Here's what we know.
New York?
Customs and Border Protection reported more than 24,000 Chinese migrant encounters at the southern border last fiscal year. In 2021, that number was just 450.
Did you just arrive here in the United States?
The migrants previously told News Nation reporters that they're escaping the Chinese Communist Party and plan to seek asylum in the United States.
Yearning for American freedom.
Some fly to Ecuador, where no visa is needed, and then travel north. Others are flying into Tijuana Airport before being guided across the border by smugglers. The Chinese migrants are reportedly willing to pay cartels up to $35,000 for smuggling services. And for a lot of them, it pays off. More than 50% of Chinese asylum applications were granted in the 2023 fiscal year. That's much higher than the average across all nationalities, which is only 14%. So why are these migrants seeking asylum instead of trying to enter the U.S. legally with a visa? One possible reason is that the United States tightened visa restrictions for people from China over the last several years. In 2016, the U.S. issued 2.2 million temporary visas. In 2022, that number dropped to just 160,000.
They've always consistently had high numbers of asylum seekers. I think second to that is the processing times in the embassies, the U.S. embassies in China are taking so long. Also, it's getting harder for a lot of them to maybe get tourist visas. So some of those folks may have come here as students, tourists, everything like that before, and then ultimately decide, hey, I can't return to my country and seek asylum that way, versus now they can't even get into the U.S. that way. So maybe they're taking this very desperate measure to do the journey even from China.
Social media has also likely played a role in the border crossings, allowing potential migrants to better understand the process and see what the journey is like to enter the United States.
All right, now check this out. Let's see if I can find a video because they done made a law. Let's see if I can find it quickly. I'm gonna try to get to the good
and
stuff.
that honor could be.
I think this one it. Let me see. Yup. Yup. Check it out. Let me bring it closer. Check this out.
Extended to migrants under a new bill introduced by Hudson Valley Congressman Pat Ryan. And that honor could be extended to migrants under a new bill introduced by Hudson Valley Congressman Pat Ryan. Called the Courage to Serve Act, this bill would offer qualified and vetted migrants an expedited path to citizenship if they serve in the military. According to Ryan, last year the military services collectively missed recruiting goals by roughly 41,000 recruits, leaving some crucial positions unfilled.
If there are folks with the courage to raise their right hand, take an oath to protect and defend our Constitution, and put their lives on the line for this country, then they sure as hell deserve the opportunity to be citizens in the United States of America.
This bill comes days after a bipartisan border security package negotiated by the Senate fell apart amid Republican opposition. Staten Island Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis argued that the Senate bill did not go far enough when it comes to securing the border, and said there is more President Joe Biden can do in the interim.
He can end catch and release. He can adjust the asylum. He can end the parole program that he started. And he can actually shut down the border. He can shut it down.
Meanwhile, more than 173,000 migrants have entered New York City in the past 2 years, with the city still currently caring for close to 70,000 migrants. Governor Kathy Hochul on Friday continued her call for a border deal, saying New York cannot continue to handle this influx of migrants.
If the 10 Republican members of Congress who represent the state of New York would simply exercise their clout, walk down to Speaker Johnson's office and say, our state needs help right now. They can no longer financially afford to handle this number of people.
Now,
the people are crossing today.
Now,
and that honor could be extended to migrants under.
Now, it's funny. It's not funny, but it's crazy how America also, the U.S. Army, need members. They have a recruiting issue because a lot of Jake and Edom today here in America don't want to even join. So with these migrants coming over, giving them their citizenship, they will, throw their lives over. And really, these soldiers ain't soldiers. You soldiers, bro. If y'all watching these videos, you need to. If you Israel, get the fuck out of there, cause all you expendable. All right, you're just a body. That's it. That's gonna be destroyed. You're gonna be destroyed in this third world war. We're going into a third world war, man. You're gonna be destroyed, bro. So get the fuck up out of there. These migrants is just bodies. Throwaway bodies. That's what you are. Throwaway bodies, man. Throwaway bodies, man. So,
a new bill introduced by Hudson Valley Congressman Pat Ryan, called the Courage to Serve Act. This bill would offer qualified and vetted migrants an expedited path to citizenship if they serve in the military. According to Ryan, last year the military services collectively missed recruiting goals by roughly 41,000 recruits, leaving some crucial positions unfilled.
If there are folks with the courage to raise their right hand, take an oath to protect and defend our Constitution, and put their lives on the line for this country, then they sure as hell deserve the opportunity.
This is to show you already lost the war before the war got started. I mean, the war has started already, but you lost the war. You lost the war, man. It's over. It's over, man. This place is done. All right, let me get to the next one.
The people are crossing today are coming from all over the world. We just apprehended yesterday someone from Lebanon. Now ask me, how does someone from Lebanon get here? How's that work? Nigeria, Syria, Iraq, China. How do they get here? Cuba. How do they get here? And why are they coming? And, I was telling a Democrat congressman woman the other day, I said, these aren't families coming here anymore. These are single adult males for the most part between 18 and 40.
I gotta pause it. That's not an exaggeration. You can see it now. If you haven't seen it before, you see it now.
Why are they coming here? And why are we letting them in? I was kind of having a little bit of fun with all the crazy things President Biden wants to stop and eliminate and change in America, the culture. But this is life and death. This is serious.
Yes, sir.
Life and death. Fentanyl, criminals, killers. drug dealer.
Jacob's trouble. That's what's happening.
This is life and death. And Joe Biden needs to secure the border.
And that's what's happening. Now, he's scared now. See? Jacob's trouble, Lord's will, is going to come to pass, man. That's all it's for Bible prophecy. Now, check out Jake and Nate's observation of what they see what's going on. Because I've came in contact with migrants, and I'm telling you, too, they do have a different vibe. They do have a different vibe, yo. There's a video clip where I think they're going into the welfare building, and Jake is trying to tell Ham, I think he's Ham, I don't know his nationality, it could be Jake, but he was trying to tell him, like, yo, you got to stop at the door. And the guy, the migrant, he was, you know, like, yeah, like, you know, he was in his own mind. and the security at the door told him to stop. And he looked at the security and just like, man, get off me. Like, going in here. I'm going in. It's my turn to go in. He don't even understand. His mind is wide different. And the security had to hem him up. He fighting the security back, man. You know, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So sorry. But you know, they hey, you know, let me see if I can find this video. Slakia. Not him. It was another Jake. Let me click him.
Y'all gotta be careful with these migrants. I seen a video and was explaining and talking about the migrants, that they came to take over. And you know what? I thought about it.
Yeah, a lot of the Edomites. One dude on Redacted show, he was like a plant. He followed the Moabites and their ways, and he got close and good conversation with them. This on the Redacted show, and the guy was saying how they basically here for military. So he got the scoop early. You know, he traveled with them and all that. He saw how they got in here, how the government made it easier for them. You know, I wouldn't be surprised they be the UN soldiers, because the US soldiers, you know, thinking about it, more than likely they probably wouldn't turn on their own people to do what he wants them to do. So why not use foreigners that don't give a shit, but, you know, caring for their families? So when you think about it, you know, and also through a couple years ago, we found out that a lot of these soldiers are being microchipped when they enter into that army. When they finally get in, you know, they get microchipped. So let's not forget that. All right, and you know, that's important to understand too, because, you know, they can control you by the ways of these microchips. Is that device is very powerful, man. Very powerful. All right.
And I thought about it. The way I've been seeing these migrants in the sea, they carry a different energy. Listen to me on this one. These migrants carry a different energy and a different attitude. The way they are, it don't feel real. It don't seem.
And now I had my testimony. I went to a supermarket and I ran into Ham, and I knew he was not from here because his vibe, like he's saying, his whole vibe, and he had his hat like the military over there tilted to the side. He had that Kingo, whatever that type of hat called, that military hat to the side, and he had that proud stance about him. And he had two other guys with him that were Ham. And the way they got into the car, I said, yo, they gotta be military the way he moving like that. Also too, Northern, you can tell the migrants, because, you know, I'm in the hood, man. I'm over here in Newark, New Jersey. And when you go, a lot of bums, fiends, you go to the supermarket, you kind of know and get used to seeing the same ones. And you kind of know the routine and how they come at you and shit. But the migrants, they're trying to pick up and follow after them because they out here and trying to get some free change and money. But they don't know how to disguise, you know, or let's say some of them don't know how to disguise or come humbly to get the aid or help they want. So they'll stare at you and you looking at them like, what's up? You about to do something? You get that feeling like he about to just come take whatever you got. That happened to me, you know. I'm looking at dude, you know, putting groceries in the car with the cart, you know. I'm with family, you know. I'm watching. And I'm looking at dude, and I'm like, I wish you would, boy. I wish you would, because he's giving that impression. He's sitting there staring as if he gonna take, you know? That's how you know, like, you're not from here. You're not from here. So, you know, I feel this guy, let me say Jake, talking about the vibes. So let me continue in the video. Salakia.
Real. And I don't understand. The people that is asleep, they have such a connection with these people. And it's like they have no soul. It's like these migrants are soulless. Like they have no soul. It's like dead carcasses walking. And from my perspective, when I look at them, it's not people that look like they came to enjoy a good life in America. They're not even happy in America.
Right.
They actually been terrorizing it.
Right.
And the way they are, the way they carry themselves, it's like they up to no good. It's like something's about to come.
Yep. Yep.
And it's gonna start with them.
Hey, good.
I'm telling you, something is off about these migrants. Something is off with them. When I look at them and I see them on the train, on the bus, it's like soldiers.
My woman showed me a video clip, dude, migrant, you just smacking people in the back of the head. You know, clothesline. Clothesline a Moabite chick, you know? Niggas is crazy, man.
You understand me?
Oh, like man.
It's like they waiting for something to pop off and happen.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we don't even know who's invaded our country. And I think we ain't being invaded. And I think it's them. Just hear me out on that one.
All right, let me play. It's supposed to be one more.
After a bipartisan board, it's an organized gang of.
All right, check this one out. This is my last one, and I'm gonna close the show. You know, like I said, I saw these videos, so you know, hopefully I'm gonna share it with you brothers and few sisters. If you haven't seen it, know what's going on, you know, and just continue, man. Pray to Yahweh Basham Yahushai that he fulfilled Bible prophecy, because we want to get up out of here. We want this place to be destroyed. We want our Lord to bring and establish righteousness here in this earth, man. All right, it's time, man. It's time for the wicked to be judged. All right, the Lord's judging the wicked, man.
It's an organized gang of illegal migrants going around gated communities stealing millions.
Homes here in the gated community at the Country Club of Detroit and Grosse Pointe Farms. The organized burglary teams hitting here over the last weekend, and if a home backs up to trees or woods, it becomes a target. Thieves hiding there until they see their chance. Huge homes in Bloomfield Township were hit, then homes on private drives in Birmingham. The losses were in the millions.
In our area, they are targeting jewelry, precious metals, high-end items such as purses, electronics, currency, high-end watches, and if there's a safe that's not attached or they can either break into unseen or carry, they'll do that.
Now remember, a team was arrested and charged in Bloomfield Township with a string of car break-ins and some burglaries. But tonight, sources continue to point to what the sheriff pointed to at the very start, that other organized teams out of South America have been hitting high-end homes out west and now have made their home right here. Here's another thing that we're not hearing or seeing in these high-end burglaries. Look, there's no video of these guys. There's video cameras everywhere, especially on these homes, but they're able to get around that somehow. There are alarm systems all over these homes, in the homes, outside of the homes. They're getting around that.
They talking about they ain't getting caught on camera and shit like that. Like, this shit was like orchestrated or something?
Right.
This shit getting out of hand.
I was just about to say that. You know, if Jake was doing it, they'd have it on camera, but since they saying the migrants doing it, they don't have no footage, so you never know with this devil. It's all to control and paint the narrative. It's him to control the narrative and to paint the narrative so he can have control over you. So I'm gonna leave with these scriptures here, right? This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 14, you know, because we're in that spirit. We're in that season, man, where shit could really hit the fan. This is also the election year. Ain't no telling what's coming down the pipe, you know? So just, we gotta be ready, man. This is 2 Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their action shall stand in their power, because they ain't gonna listen to the mayor, all right, the president. They're gonna, hey, everyone is gonna take matters in their own hands. We're coming into that time. The scriptures also speak how the love of many shall wax cold, man. All right, anarchy, senseless murders, you know. It says sedition among men. It says, and invading one another, going in each other's houses, you know, taking their goods. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right? So this goes to let you know, you women, right? That's why I read in the beginning of the show, I went into Isaiah 32, you know, you women that are at ease. I went into also, the man shall be a covert, which is the Lord's elect. This is why we tell you sisters, or you women out there, you Israelite women, you're going to need a man. All right? These wicked women that claim they don't need no man, you know, hey, you ain't going to make it. You're going to be ravished. You wait till these foreigners get you wait till the migrant get a hand on you, man. You wait till he get a hand on you. All right? He ain't going to be gentle. He's going to ravish you. Right? It says, behold, saith the Most High, I will call together the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, and from the south, and from the east, and Lebanon, and turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them. Right? It says, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus saith Yahweh. So that's the point. All right, Lord willing, I hope you were edified. Like I said, I ain't have much, just these videos, my observation, my humble opinion, also prophesizing the word of the Lord. Hopefully that the Lord fulfill, you know, prophecy, you know. So when the Lord shut up the prophets, his men, the true prophets, the song ain't going to be sung. The next song that's going to be sung is we're going to be praising Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in the kingdom for delivering us. But as the song is being sung now, it's the repentance. So the scriptures say, seek the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near. So Lord willing, I pray the hopeful elect is edified. Death and destruction to the 2/3, right, that reject this truth. Death and destruction to you Edomites that rule in wickedness in this earth, and you other nations that also have us in captivity. All right, may Yahweh Bashim Yahushua word come to pass. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom.